Hey, everybody, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for the Friday, the 27th of September. I don't know what the date is for sure, but it's the last day, the last Friday in September. For Feel Good Friday, I want to talk about something that makes me feel good and hopefully will make you feel good too. I'm using again my trusty Soul Fuel for Bear Grylls, and he's talking about known by God, being known by God. A life of faith can be tough. You'll have moments when you feel as if you're at the end of your rope. Doubt and obstacles can come thick and fast. Faith is a journey with many steep hills. But if you want an enriched life, the sort that you were created to have to live, Christ leads us into a fullness of life that is unparalleled. How do we find the way? The trail is clearly marked. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. 1 Timothy 6, verses 17 and 19. It all starts in our heart with trust. We were created for one thing, to be known by God. He longs to be beside us. He truly loves us in a way that is hard to put into words, beyond convention, religion, and reason. Love, love, love. Stop and take a moment to let it wash over you. Wash away the hurt and the pain and the fear. It is good. It is fuel. He asks nothing in return. Just receive. That's the place of power. I love that. To sort of let yourself be washed over by this idea of love. I I know maybe it's because this week was my anniversary week or something, and I'm getting ready next week to be gone from away from Rob again for several days as I go to Saskatoon for meetings for the church. But I've been thinking a lot about love and relationships. And one of the things that really struck me in that devotional, and one of the things that always strikes me about Rob, because I love him for many reasons and I know he loves me, but something about being loved by someone else is the fact that you are known. That you are known. I mean, I am a ditz. From time to time, I say and do things that are absolutely they're just ridiculous. I'm just not thinking straight, or I'm not thinking at all, and something happens, and I look absolutely absurd, and Rob laughs at me, totally laughs at me, and I totally laugh at myself, and that's good. But I also know that he knows me incredibly well, incredibly well. There are times when I make mistakes like that, or I do something absolutely absurd, and it's not because I'm just being absent-minded. Maybe it's because I'm extremely tired or frustrated. I'm not easily angered, but I can get angry. And when that happens, I try not to be around people, or try to only be with people who trust me, people who know me, because I don't want to speak from a place of anger. I don't want to say something I can't take back. And when I do open my mouth and crappy stuff comes out, because it does happen sometimes, um, I want to, I want, it's good to know that the people who are around me know me well enough to know that if I said something crappy, that it's not about them. I'm not trying to hit on them. I'm not trying to hurt them. That if I'm having a bad day, or something happens to me and I'm reacting to it, they know me well enough because they love me, that they know where it's coming from, that my response is coming from. And over the years, it has come to people have asked me, like, what do you love most about being in love, like about being married, or what is the most important thing about Rob for you, or something. And it really comes down to, I think, the fact that there is another being out there who knows me, who can read my face. I'm pretty good in being in public and hearing things, or things are said that I completely disagree with, or I am frustrated by, or something, and you just like know, like those who know me will look at me and can tell by my face that I completely disagree. But most people would not see anything. There's no change, no visible change. There's a look in my eye, or a hardening to my jaw or something, but most people wouldn't know. The people who know me well would probably know exactly what I'm thinking. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of this, is that when someone knows you really well, you don't even need to communicate with words. They can look in your heart.
They can look in your eyes and see what you're feeling. They can see the ache of the pain in your heart, or they can see the joy that you are have hiding behind your eyes. That joy that maybe is a secret joy that you don't want the rest of the world to know, but they do. Being known, I think, is probably the best part of relationships when they're good. That someone loves you so much. They love the ins and outs of you. They know your soul. They know your spirit. They know your secrets. They know all of this. They know you so well. And you're comfortable with that. You trust them. That to me is real love. And that's what God has for us. Whether we realize it or not, whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we have experienced it in such a way that we can feel it, the truth is that that is how God loves us. That God knows our hearts. That can be hard, when we're making a bad decision or we're feeling a little guilty about something, that God knows what I'm doing. It's like Santa knows when you're bad and knows when you're good. But it's not like that. God is not a Santa Claus who's going to take away your presents just because you did something wrong. God is a being, is a divine and a bigger being than any of us. And God allows God's self through Jesus Christ to come alongside us and to celebrate in the good times and to say, I'm here in the bad, to admonish us when we need admonishing, but also to say, I'm not ashamed of you. I'm not going to shun you. I'm not going to push you away or disown you because you made a mistake or you're choosing to do the wrong thing. God will simply continually say to us, here I am. Here I am. I'm going nowhere. When you're ready, let's talk. Because God knows our hearts. God has known us since before we were even knit in our mother's wombs. I really believe that. And I believe that God sees the greatest, truest, most beautiful part of all of us. Even those people who feel like they are completely worthless, that there's nothing in them that is good. I absolutely believe that God sees the goodness. And if you're open to it, if you're willing to listen, willing to pay attention, willing to allow God in even just a little bit, you can feel that too. Even if you don't feel known yourself, even if you feel like you don't know yourself, God does. And to be known by God truly is to be loved by God. And to be loved by God means that you are a precious and beautiful part of this creation. And that's what I want you to take away this weekend. Remember that no matter what else happens, you are known and you are loved by God, and you are a precious and important part of creation. No matter what happens, remember that. Have a great day. God bless you. And I will see you on Monday for Church at Home with Rachel.